Okay, hello everyone. I am Devang Sharma, and today in this day one AWS lab, we'll go with the creating EC2 instance. And first of all, we'll log in through our console using the root user, and then we'll create our first instance. And through that, we will start our first instance, and in that running instance on the cloud, we'll log in through our device, this laptop, and through the PuTTY using the login credentials like IP address, hostname, and the key, which will be pairing with the instance. So using that, we'll log in remotely using SSH. So we'll start with creation of, as I hope you can see this my screen. We'll start with logging in with the AWS console. As you can see, I have performed this lab one by one time and I have recorded this, but due to some glitch, my mic was not working there. I couldn't see and I have completed whole thing with create initialization of VMs and all this. So we'll do this again in a concise manner. It takes some time because this OBS Studio took so much of resources of my hardware. Let's wait for it to start. Don't even know where to pause this. Hmm. So we are on the sign in. We need to sign using the root user. So one reason I have found why we need to sign using the root user, because using the root user, I think we can utilize the root capabilities. And one thing I can say that using the root user, if you are using the free tier, so it shows its pages differently that we can this particular VM or this particular image is free, this particular instance hardware capability is free, so that it notifies each time. So using the root user, we'll log in with our the credential as we have made the account. If you have problem in creating an account, you can tell me, will do so personally, because I have faced much issue as I mentioned earlier in my video also. So we'll finish that. Here you can see it is asking for multi-factor authentication. I have done this with the Microsoft Authenticator. So I will go there using my phone. I will keep the MFA code. It is showing there, and I will sign in using this. So you can see the home dashboard. It is open now, and this dashboard you can see it is now open. So first of all, we need to create the EC2 machine, and for that, one thing, we are logging in with the root user. This it is taking so much of time. Yeah. So here we have clicked to EC2. Then we will go on the dashboard. Here all information about the current status is showing that number of instances we have created till now is 2. Security group for them is 3, as because each time I have created the instance, the security group I have created new only. So it is created 2 for the new and 1 for the default. Total 3. Key pair I have created only 1 for both the instances. So you can see there is no current running instances. So I will go on the dashboard, click on the launch instance. So here we can make launch the new instance. Name it as a my VM3. And again, here we are option with the application and OS image. We can select by own that what application and OS image we want. So here we have the little lot of options like Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, and various. So for the free tier or for learning purpose, creating first time, we'll utilizing this simple images. You can say the Amazon machine image AMI. We'll utilize this, and in the instance type, we will keep the T2 micro instance. So which provided one virtual CPU and 1 GB of memory. So it is for free tier Amazon services. The important thing here comes is key pair login. So with this key pair, we can log in to our VM or to our instance on the cloud using the remotely using SSH. So this key pair is important for the authentication. I have created one already of name as my key, so I'll selecting this only. But from here we can create by a new key pair for specific new VM. So there is no problem. So here we can write the key name RSA for encryption, and there are two file format you can see for the key, that .pem and .ppk. So .pem is for the OpenSSH and ppk is for PuTTY. So these are two different key files, you must say, format that operates on different console or configurations. We will be setting up. We will be doing with the PuTTY remote login setup, opening the command prompt using the PuTTY. So I have selected the existing key I have created using the file .ppk. Here are the network settings. We'll focus later on. The one thing I know is little bit of firewall. The security group will create new this time also. We can select the existing one also, but we'll create the new one. So after that, we have configure storage. Here we'll having a default storage of 8 GB and GPU 3 root volume. Here you can see the volume as 1 8 GB. So this is by default and free tier. You can create many instances from one to much number at a time. So there are this facility you get there in the free also. So you can launch. We'll launch here this instance. It is showing the creating security groups, the rules, and initializing the instance. So you can see successfully launch the instance. How we can see this instances? By clicking on this instances, we can see it is showing all running instances. You can go on the all states. Yeah, it's showing the instance my VM3 as we have created here now. You can see status checking, initialization, availability zone, US East 1C, public DNS, and public IPv4. We have assigned with this public IPv4. You can see this. What is this? These are the all the VMs we have created, but they are stopped now. We focus on this running one only. So here you can see the public IPv4 54.225.55.220. It is of class A, I must say. If you talk about its classfulness, it is about class A 54, and so it is vast number. It provides the vast number of host IPs. So it is one of that. And the important thing to note about this IP assignment is when you initialize VM or the instance, so you get a IPv4, public IPv4. Using that, you can log in remotely. Clear, you can sign in as a hostname, this public IP, and with the dedicated key pair, you can authenticate and log in through this remotely. But if you stop this VM, this IP goes out of your range. Like this IP removes. Basically, I must say, if you stop this machine, this IP goes, and when you start this, the another IP comes. So this IP is dynamically assigned to you from its available pool. So whatever available in their pool, AWS backend, whatever the IPs are available, they will be assigning you each time when you stop and run again. So it is like that. You can see this instance summary. Here you can see the instance ID, public IP, private IP, and all this information, elastic ID, private DNS, host name, and all the things, VPC ID, all this. We will come later on, but now we'll focus on public IPv4 to log in as an using this IPv4 address. So this is the IPv4 address where we'll log in using the PuTTY. So we'll go on the PuTTY. Yeah, PuTTY configurations popped up here on the host name or the IP address. We'll copy and paste our public IP here, the port number 22 for SSH connection. Now we'll go on the SSH auth credential, and here we will be putting our key, whatever we have created. So we are using this my key same as I created it earlier. So we'll utilize it there only. You can see .ppk format for PuTTY. We'll open it. So you can see here the prompt or the console is opened here with the public IP this. So for their login username, as it is EC2 user each time, it is by default. So it's authenticating with the public key, my key. Yeah, we are authenticated and we are logging with the You can see here the public IP, it is showing there. Public IP before, it is showing there. You can match it. So this is what, and here you can do anything because it is a Linux OS. So you can do, you can run the Linux command there. We'll create our directory, and you can see the directory has been created, and we'll go in that directory. Yeah, so you can see there it's showing example one. We have created a directory, and this is all about, we can use anything here, the clear command also. So with this command we can utilize, it is you can say the Linux console or command prompt we are open here. So we are logged in remotely. Okay, and if we close this using this exit, so thus the VM will be closed? No, the VM will not be closed. VM will be running as it is only, because we have just closed this login session. I must say we are logged out, but not, we have not closed this VM from there. So this it's running. So again, if you go with the same credentials and login, you will log in the you can log in with this in the this VM, yeah, instance. But when while you are logged in with this instance and you close this, so thus the login will be successful, or some error will be there on your command. So the error will be there because the machine is actually off, powered out or shut down. So you there is no sense of logging in. Okay, so this is about all this thing. And if we close this, if we, it is showing in the running status from there instance, we stop this instance, stop. So this IP what I am talking about, this IP, you can copy it here. No, this IP I must say, you should copy it here. This IP will be vanishes from there, and the it will show this type blank. So this is a concept where this come that this public IP vanishes each time, and when you restart your VM, the new IP comes from the dynamically from their IP pool, available pool, and it will assign to you, and through that you can log in. So here you can see it is stopping, means it is in the current process. So we'll wait for some time. So this IP will be vanished soon, and the private IP before for the particular VM, it remains same as it is. It doesn't change. So you can see it is changed. It is showing no IP there, blank. But when we initialize this, we'll start this instance, the VM3, same one. It is showing pending. When it will be started a new IPv4 will be assigned. We will match this. So if it is doesn't, we'll stop the, okay. So it is assigned 18 dot 2212 dot 2221 dot 1. It is a new IP and it is a different. You can see IP assigned dynamically when we on the VM. So this is about all creating our first VM, and in this way we can run multiple VMs and we can log in multiple sessions remotely through different region all across the globe. So this is all about, and the good practice, while we stop, we should, while we are signing in, we should stop the VM so that our bill doesn't go out, because VM can run, they have capabilities, they have enough resources that they can run for entire year also. But for your pocket sake, we should keep this to stop so that our bill doesn't increase, because we are for learning purpose. So we should focus on that also. That this is about all first lab, and thank you and have a nice day.